Yeah, so we're here to talk about this media hatred towards the white man that's been proven through this Trayvon Martin case. We have a lot of proof of this. I got a friend, Florida's Realest, I'll call him FLA for short, to give us the laydown of this hypocritical nonsense. So how's it going, FLA?
What's on there? All right. I'm going to talk about a few points here. Number one, we got all these. I'm seeing all these rallies out here, even in small town Florida, about Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
And you see all these black people talking about how hurt they are by the murder that took place, even though. And to me, that's a slap in the face to and disrespectful to all the black on white murder victims out here, because there's like 1,000 times more of that than the one black kid that gets shot. But of course, the one black kid gets all the attention.
Yeah.
Even in Leesburg, Florida, or wherever else. Florida. And the national media, they're trying to promote a race war. They're trying to, them and the black racists are trying to make everyone hate the white man, and this is a perfect chance to do it for them, because it's the one time a year that a black kid gets shot by a white man. Suppose he's not even white, he's half Peruvian, half Jewish, but that doesn't matter.
Yep.
Let's just make him a white man. So they even failed at finding a real
Caucasian Christian man.
It's so rare that they can't even find it.
It's totally rare.
They're going to use this anyway to promote their race hatred against the white man.
Their hate agenda.
Even though it's so much easier to find black on white murders.
It's so easy.
In fact,
even though it's hidden.
There was one just in Sanford, Florida, which is the town that Trayvon got shot.
Yep.
There's one that just happened yesterday. 2 black guys, 18 and 19, named Julius Ricardo Bender and Yahaziel Israel. They beat this 50-year-old white man with a hammer, and they put him in intensive care unit.
No, I bet you 90.
They don't even mention race.
Never told them about the race.
In the local news anywhere. They don't bring up the story on CNN, obviously. Of course not.
It was 2 black males.
Black on white doesn't matter. Even if the victim's a 50-year-old man, they put in intensive care.
50-year-old white man, right?
But you liberals are all saying that. Yeah, of course it was a 50-year-old white man. But you liberals are all saying that. Oh, it's not because it's white on black. It's because there was no justice or whatever. The guy wasn't arrested. Well, I got proof that that's wrong. Because number one, we got a white guy from Mississippi last year. This is the only black on white or white on black murder anywhere in America last year, pretty much. And this guy, he ran over a black guy. He got life in prison. Yet the media still brought it up. CNN still had it all over their thing, and the media still said Mississippi is going to take years to recover from this, even though the guy was given life in prison already after less than a year after the guy got arrested for it. And I got another piece of information here. I got in Sumter County, Florida, which is only 13% black. There's only 77,000 people in it. The only reason I know is because I live right next to it, and I check their news once in a while.
Yep.
So I checked it the other day. I see that the headline said something like, man, it's still not, or man, doesn't get arrested for stand your ground or something like that. I don't even know what it was, but it's something like that. The point is, this guy named Johnny Worthen, who's a black man, but they don't mention that in the article. The only reason I could find out is because I found a mugshot of his son, which has the exact same name, Johnny Worthen Jr. So anyway, this Johnny Worthen guy, he shoots this Latino guy, kills him. Stand your ground. He didn't get arrested. Why isn't this a big, huge story? Why isn't this blowing up and everything? Because
he's a black man.
That's the only reason.
That's why
anyone cares about this Trayvon thing, because he's black and the shooter supposedly is white.
Yeah.
And if you can't, how are you going to argue with that? How are you going to give me an argument after those 2 pieces of information that this isn't about race? Because we all know it is. The media. This story's perfect for the media, too, because it obviously gets the black racists hating on the white man, but that's nothing new. That's been going on forever.
Yep.
But you also got the white people. You got 2 groups of white people. One group of white people agrees with the black racists and falls into the media's trap because they're brainwashed and hates on the white man, too. And you got the other group of white people that are sick and tired of this shit.
Yep.
So they're hating, too, because they're like, well, they're not really hating. It's justified hate, but they're getting tired of hearing this white on black shit when it barely ever happens, when they never cover black on white murders. And then you also got Hispanics thrown into it too, because now we're debating is the guy white or Hispanic, so you got them thrown in, so you got everybody covered except for Asians. And and that story in Webster, Florida, with the black guy killing the Latino when you stand your ground and not getting not getting charged, they don't mention the guy's race in it.
Of course not. Why would they?
You can barely even find this story if you search the guy's name in Johnny Worthen. You can barely even find it. But they don't mention his race. They don't mention anything about race.
Mm-hmm.
They don't arrest him. And you can't even find out he's black unless you look for his son's mugshot. That's the only way. And same with the Sanford beating. Like, the only reason you know they're black is because of the mugshot. That's it. And you don't know the guy's white. You can't really tell that either. Because the media just hides this shit. They don't want anyone to see white on black crime, or black on white crime, sorry. Even though it happens so much more often.
Yep. I bet you our listeners have never even heard about these articles we're talking about. There's no way.
Unless they actually give a shit, one shit about white people other than the media, then no, they've never heard of this shit. They don't look up this shit. But I look at the news every day. Every week there's at least one black on white murder in Florida all the time.
Yeah, we're gonna post these articles on our description box, so don't worry about it. We'll give it to you. You'll see the info. So what were you saying?
Articles, you can give me a private message. I'll give you every single one because I got them saved.
All right.
I started seeing so much black on white that I just got sick of it and started writing them all down so I wouldn't forget. Yeah, and also in Sumter County the same day. Remember, this county only has 77,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
We had a manslaughter charge for a black man who killed a white man. And then, so we got 2 black on non-black racial murders in one fucking week in a small county that has 77,000 people. So if it's going on there, imagine how it is everywhere else. Even there, you got it all over the place. And it's no big deal, though. And you also have another problem with Florida is the justice system. It's a joke, man.
It's bad. I know it's really bad.
For example, we got this black guy in Wildwood, Florida. He shoots at 3 people in a drive-by shooting. And he did like 1 day in jail at best, and he was released on a $50,000 bond for shooting at 3 people. Like, at least Tennessee, they gave this guy named Eric Sayers, they gave him 11 years for shots fired at a car. Even that's too lenient as far as I'm concerned, but at least they gave him 11 years other than a $50,000 bond and 1 day in jail.
That's ridiculous.
But there's plenty of other stories that prove my point on that, but that's not the issue. I'm just bringing up another angle of this. And also the media, they're trying to cover up this Zimmerman guy, too. There was one story that NBC doctored a video to make it look like the guy was racist. They said, as reported by New York Magazine, the dispatcher said to Zimmerman, this guy, is he black, white, or Hispanic? And Zimmerman said he looks black. But as reported by New York Magazine, much of what Zimmerman said in the above portion was omitted. More importantly, the dispatcher's question asking Zimmerman the race of the other person was also edited out of the tape. Viewers were then left with Zimmerman saying, this guy looks like he's up to no good, he looks black. So they're trying to make the guy selective editing, they're trying to make Zimmerman look racist there too. Because they want everyone to hate the white man, of course. Well,
yeah, I remember NBC did that last year. Remember about that? Remember the black guy with the gun in Arizona?
Yeah, there was a. Can you tell me about the story again? Because I'm kind of like sketchy on the details.
I'm kind of sketchy on it too. I think it was either on I think it was on the Obama healthcare. I can't remember exactly.
I can't remember. The video's on YouTube though. Some guy on MSNBC. I think that Toure guy was involved in it, but they said all these angry white men with guns, and then you see the video and it's a black man holding a gun. So, yeah, and anything else I want to say? There might be one more thing. Hold on.
Is there anything else?
I'm just looking.
Right now.
The shit I've
9.
Yeah, and also, the media, like, first they showed the video of that Zimmerman guy, and they said there was no gas or anything, but then you see the new video, and it does show it. So, there's another argument down the drain.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
All right.
But yeah, back to my original point. Most of this is just it's a slap in the face to all these black on white murder victims. Because you give them no respect, no love, no protest, no anything. But yet, one time a black guy's killed,